नरं चैव नरोत्तमं देवीं सरस्वतीं व्यासं ततो जयत्मुदीरयेत् नष्टप्रायेषु भद्रेषु नित्यं भागवत सेवया भगवती उत्तम श्लोके भक्तिर्भवति नैष्टिकी कृष्णाय वासुदेवाय देवकी नंदनाय च नंदगोपकुमाराय गोविन्दाय नमो नमः। ओम अज्ञानतिमिरान्धस्य ज्ञानाञ्जनशलाकया चक्षुरुन्मीलितं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः। मुखं करोति वाचालं पङ्गुं लङ्घयते गिरिं यत्कृपातमहं वन्दे श्रीगुरुं दिनतारिणं परमानन्दमाधवं। जन्माद्यस्य तन्मयादितरतश्चार्तेष्वभिघ्नस्वराट् तेन ब्रह्महृदयादिकवये मुह्यन्ति यत् सूरया तेजो वारिमृदां यथा विनिमयो यत्र त्रिसर्गोमुषा धाम्ना स्वेन सदा निरस्तकुं सत्यं परं धीमहि धर्मा प्रोजितकैतवत्र परमो निर्मत्सराणां सतां धर्मा प्रोजितकैतवत्र परमो निर्मत्सराणां सतां श्रीमद् भागवते महामुनिकृते किं वा परेश्वर सद्यो हृदयवृद्ध्यत्र कृतिभिः शुश्रूषुभिस्तक्षणा निगमा कल्पतरोर्गलितं फलं शुकमुखादमृतद्रवं संयुतं पिबत भागवतं रसमालयं मुहुरवो रसिका भुवि भावुका। नमो विष्णुपदाय कृष्णपृष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्तिवेदांत स्वामिनिति नामने नमस्ते सारस्वती देवे गौरवाणी प्रचारणे निर्विशेष शून्यवादी पाश्चात्य देशतारणे। जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर शिवासादि गौर भक्तवृंद। हरे कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्ण जय। So today and tomorrow there are some program nearby, right?
Yeah.
Opposite house.
Just
Opposite house. Okay. So today and tomorrow we'll discuss one topic. So we'll split the topic in two. We're going to discuss about Bhīṣma, Pitamaha Bhīṣma. There are so many misunderstandings about Pitamaha Bhīṣma, right? So we will try to clear it from Śrīmad Bhāgavatam. इसको थोड़ा आगे ले लो यार, भगवान पीछे है, अच्छा नहीं, यहाँ पर ले लो उसको, पीछे अच्छी बात है लेकिन आगे भी होने चाहिए। Yes, यहाँ पर रख दे। This is a very special Śrīmad Bhāgavatam. It has traveled Badrinath, Kedarnath, and it has sat on the lap of Vyasadeva. There is a very special flower also inside of Vyasadeva's Mahaprasad, and it's very special. And this Bhagavatam has travelled with me across 22 countries across the globe. It's my friend. I work full time for Śrīmad Bhāgavatam. He's my boss. If you ask whom do I report to, I report to Śrīmad Bhāgavatam. Working directly for Krishna and only for Krishna. So this Śrīmad Bhāgavatam is non-different from Krishna. You have heard of Uddhava, right? When Krishna was in Dwarka, right, and he was planning to wind up his pastimes. He established Yudhishthira Maharaj, right, and he was planning to wind up his pastimes. At that time, Brahmaji came along with all the devatas. No phone calls. No phone calls. Please put everything on silent. Otherwise, I'll ask each one of you to pay a donation to Mataji if something rings. Please put it in silent, because I want that we should be absorbed. And absorption comes when this is away. This is the biggest distraction. If Maya has some form presently, this is this. So it can be utilized in Krishna's service. but better is not in Bhagavatam class. Okay. So I want to offer my respects to all of you. It's my great fortune. Prabhu, your good name. I'm very fortunate.
My name?
Yes, Prabhu.
Ishananda Gopinath.
Jai Ho. Hare Krishna. My humble obeisances to you, Prabhu. Hare Krishna. So today we are going to discuss about Pitamaha Bhīṣma. But yes, before I was coming to that point, I was saying that Śrīmad Bhāgavatam and Krishna is non-different. Why? When Krishna, when he was planning to depart, the devotas came, Brahmaji came, all the devotas came with Brahmaji and they requested, my dear Lord, you have performed the pastimes, you have established Yudhishthira Maharaj as a king of the world. Now you should depart because your time is up. We wanted you for a certain cause and you did that. You established dharma. Now you can go back. And the Lord followed the Brahmaji's instructions that I'll follow and I'll go back. So the next step he did was he called all the ministers in Sudharma Sabha in Dwarka. And he told that we all have to plan to go to Kurukṣetra, and he indirectly indicated that from there we will be departing. At that time Uddhavji was very knowledgeable. He was a very good friend of the Lord and he was a devotee of the Lord also. So Uddhavji, he was very smart. He understood that Krishna is planning to depart. So he went and privately had a chat with him. He said, what is going on? All the symptoms show that you are planning to leave. And he said, yes. Brahmaji came and instructed that I should go. All the Brahmaji is his servant, but he has to follow the etiquettes. And Uddhavji said, if you go, as soon as you leave, Kali Yuga is going to show its effect. Because Kali had already begun. Kali Yuga had already showing symptoms. But what was avoiding, what Kali was not able to show its influence because of Lord's presence on the planet. So Uddhavji was requesting, my dear Lord, what are you saying? You should not go. I said, Uddhava, I have to go. At that time Krishna said to Uddhava that I will go, but I will appear in the form of Śrīmad Bhāgavatam. I will come in the form of Śrīmad Bhāgavatam. So Sutta Goswami Pad also confirms this. Krishna Swadhama Pagade. Krishna Swadhama Pagate. When Krishna went to the abode of the Lord, Dharma Jnana Divi Saha. Dharma, Jnana, everybody went. Then what happened? Kalau Nashtam Rishadesha Puranar Kodranaditaha. To completely diminish the effect of Kali Yuga. Who appeared? Śrīmad Bhāgavatam appeared. Puranarko Adunita, by making Vedavyas as his father and mother, Śrīmad Bhāgavatam appeared. And Lord Ganesha wrote it down. If you go to Badrika Ashram, there is a place where Badrika Ashram is in the Himalayas. When we say Narayanam Namaskrityam Naram Chaiva Naratviha, we have heard this famous shloka? Where is this shloka from? This is from, this describes where? Badrika Ashram. Narayanam Namaskrityam. We are offering our obeisance to Sutta Goswami offers his obeisance to Narayana, Lord Narayana. Naram Chaiva Narottamam. There is Nara Narayan Rishi also doing tapasya there. Where? In Badrika Ashram. Nara Narayan Rishi is the Ishtadeva of Bharat Bhumi. हमारा जो भारत भूमि है, भारत वर्ष है, भारत वर्ष के जो अधिष्ठात्र देवता है, the Ishtadeva of Bharat Varsha is Nara Narayan Rishi. Our well-being is we are under their care. So, Naram Chaiva Narottamam. Then, what is the Sutta Goswami saying? Devim Saraswatim Vyasam. Then, he is offering his obeisance to Devi Saraswati. Because without Saraswati, we cannot understand anything. And Vyasam. Sutta Goswami is offering Vyasadev. Tato Jagat Mudirayat. So, in that Badrika Ashram, there is a place called as Samyaprash. Sitting in that place, Vedavyas dictated Bhagavatam, dictated Mahābhārata, dictated all the, and who wrote it down? Ganesha. Ganesha wrote it down. So, Ganesha is a Vaishnava. He is the greatest of the Vaishnavas. Now, discussing the aspect of Pitamaha Bhīṣma. So, whatever we are discussing is from Śrīmad Bhāgavatam. It is not different from Krishna. It is need to understand. So, keeping Bhāgavatam in the house is very auspicious. Just like you have deities, so you should also keep Bhāgavatam and read Bhāgavatam on a daily basis. Very important. If you want to become free from the effect of Kali, right, then the Śrīmad Bhāgavatam is the only solution. If you want to experience Satyuga in Kali Yuga, then Bhāgavatam will help you. Now, something unusual happened. When Krishna, when the battle was fought between Kauravas and the Pandavas, right? The battle was over. 64 crore people died in that battlefield. How many? 64 crore. Is it a small number? Big number. Imagine you get a news that 64 crore people died. It is such a huge number. So that battle was fought in a way, because what happened was, Duryodhana, as we all know, Duryodhana, he occupied the kingdom. He was a very good administrator. Duryodhana was a very good manager. But problem with him was, he was not following dharma nicely. Okay? What is dharma and all, we will talk. We will discuss about it. And Yudhishthira Maharaj was supposed to be the king. So the whole battle was fought to keep Yudhishthira Maharaj as the king. It is very important that a leader, it is very important that a person in the superior position should be a person who follows dharma nicely, who knows dharma. If the prime minister of the country knows dharma, then he will make arrangements for the peace and prosperity of the citizens. Arthashastra is the biggest book on management, right? Arthashastra by Chanakya. It's if one reads that Arthashastra, it is the biggest solutions to all the management related problems. Now, when Yudhishthira Maharaj, when the battle was over and Lord Krishna was about to depart for Dwarka, for the last 4 or 5 months he was spending his time with Yudhishthira Maharaj, with the Pandavas in Hastinapur, in Indraprasth, and the time was now that the war was over, so he was planning to depart for Dwarka. He already sat in the chariot. And just at that time Yudhishthira Maharaj comes and stops him. Now who can change Krishna's plan? If Krishna has made up his mind to go, who can change it? But Yudhishthira Maharaj loving and affectionate dealings, it bound up. Krishna said, okay, what do you want? Well, I want you should please stay for some more time. Very affectionately, very lovingly, he requested the Lord. And the Lord, I hope you're connecting with me, right? You're able to connect with me, kids? You're also? I'm trying to explain in such a way that all of you also should understand. I'm trying my best. Okay? It's very difficult usually to have different kinds of audiences sitting, but I'm trying my best. It should look like, it's like a story. I'm just telling a small, nice story. So just hear that. And if you have questions, I'll be very happy. Okay? So, Yudhishthira Maharaj said, Krishna, please don't go. And the Lord said, okay, what happened? Tell me. If your friend comes to you and said, I need your help, and you see the genuinity in his actions, and say, okay, please don't go, I want you. So you will keep aside all your work and you will go and help him, right? When you know your friend is in difficulty, what will you do? You have family friend, you will रात को भी जग जाएंगे उसके लिए, दिन रात, you will spend days and night to help him to solve that problem of that life, of his life. So when an affectionate call from Yudhishthira Maharaj, Krishna changed his plan. He says, what do you want? He said, I do not want to accept this kingdom. What did Yudhishthira Maharaj say? Please excuse me, my dear Lord, I know the whole battle was fought for me. 64 crore people died for that. There was two divisions, Duryodhana's side and Yudhishthira's side. People and the whole world sided by these two parties. Whole world. The kings from all over the world, China, Russia, सब जगह से. Don't think these countries were just recently established. These are old things. In Mahābhārata, when Yudhishthira is performing Rajasuya Yajna, right, there is a mention that the kings from all over the world, from Europe and other places, they all came with gifts. And they are all standing in line, long queue. And who was collecting the gifts on behalf of Yudhishthira Maharaj? Duryodhana. Duryodhana was manager. When Yudhishthira Maharaj was performing Rajasuya Yajna, this was before the war, much before the war. So Duryodhana was very expert with management. And it is mentioned that there were a long queue of all the kings of the world standing outside and awaiting entrance into the hall. कौन लोग थे लोग सब? These were all big kings from different rulers across the world. So people from all across the world, they came there. That was Yudhishthira Maharaj's, how famous he was. And people respected him because he followed dharma. Why was he so powerful? Why? Why everybody respected him? Why was it? What was so special about him? Because he knew dharma and he followed dharma. Knowing dharma is one thing and following dharma is a different thing. We all know dharma to some extent. We all know what is Sanatan Dharma. We don't follow it. What is Sanatan Dharma? What do you mean by Sanatan?
Eternal.
Any other thing? Sanatan means what? You're all from South India, right? You're all from South, right? You're all rich in culture. You're
Ancient.
what is Sanatan?
Oldest ancient.
Okay. What else? What is Dharma? Sanatan and Dharma, right? Two things. You guys don't reply. Sanatan means what and Dharma means what?
Dharma is following the rule what Krishna or God has.
Okay. Bolo. Everybody should speak up. People from South India, the place where Madhvacharya, the place where Sri Ramanujacharya, the place where Raghendracharya, where all great personalities are born, you are coming from there. You should be able to speak like this.
Sanatana is eternal, actually.
Okay. What is Dharma?
Dharma, yeah. Doing the right things and following the
One word.
Duty.
Okay. Somewhere you are near. One word for Dharma. One word.
Pray.
Dharma, Sanatan Dharma. Sanatan means eternal. Dharma means occupation. That occupation of the living entity which cannot be separated from him at any given point of time. Try to understand. That occupation of the living entity. Who are living entity? We. That occupation of the living entity which cannot be separated at any given point of time is called Sanatan Dharma. And what is that? What is that? What is the Sanatan Dharma? What is the eternal Dharma? That is to serve the Lord. To serve the Lord. And Krishna says in Bhagavad Gita, Sarva Dharman Parityajya Mam Ekam Sharanam Vraja. Means what? Giving up all other things and following Sanatan Dharma. Because Krishna is saying in the Bhagavad Gita, Sarva Dharman Parityajya Mam Ekam Sharanam Vraja. Give up everything and surrender unto me. Right? So, Yudhishthira Maharaj knew Dharma. And he was following it nicely. And because of that, the whole world was his servant. And Yudhishthira Maharaj's whole battle was fought, everything was over, and he's saying to Krishna, please keep your kingdom with you. Look for someone else who is an appropriate person. I am not fit to accept this kingdom. And his decision was heard by so many others. Everybody heard this. Who heard this? Vyasadeva, who was standing there, Dhaumya Rishi, and so many others. They heard this and said, what? He doesn't want to accept kingdom? The whole battle was fought for him. And then he said, so Vyasadeva started explaining to Yudhishthira Maharaj, Dhaumya Rishi started explaining to Yudhishthira Maharaj. They started giving different kinds of tark vitark, different kinds of conclusions. They started to pacify him. But Yudhishthira Maharaj saying that, because of me, so many people died. Okay? I am responsible for it. I don't feel qualified to accept this kingdom. I don't feel qualified because of me people died. Right? But they are saying that this was because they were following, they were on the side of adharma. Right? So they are supposed to be killed. Right? But Yudhishthira Maharaj was not getting convinced. Then in the last, Krishna tried to convince him. Who is Krishna? The Supreme Personality of Godhead, who is Paramatma in the heart of all the living entities. Imagine if he tries to convince someone and he is not getting convinced. Is it possible? Tell me. Krishna, who resides in the hearts of all of us, every living entity, Char Achar Atma, means moving and non-moving, everything is under his control. And if Krishna is trying to convince Yudhishthira Maharaj, and Yudhishthira Maharaj is saying, Baba, I don't accept your instructions. I'm sorry, but not this time. Not this time. How is it possible that Krishna, Vyasadeva is trying to convince Yudhishthira Maharaj, he is not getting convinced? समझ में आता है. Dhaumya Muni is trying to, Vyas Muni also is Vyas Muni, 4 lakh verses he wrote. Scriptures means it is Vyasadeva. Any scriptures which is with us, 4 Vedas, Upanishads, Puranas, Itihasas, Bhāgavatam, everything is what? It is authored to whom? Vedavyas. Imagine Vedavyas is trying to convince someone. Imagine. Then he is not getting convinced. अरे वेदव्यास जी को छोड़ो यार. Bhagavan, Krishna was trying to convince, not getting convinced. So Dhaumya Muni and so many others tried. Nothing was happening. Yudhishthira was not getting convinced. Some might say, was Krishna a failure in this? Was Krishna a failure? Suta Goswami, he calls Krishna as Adbhut Karmana. What is he calling him? Adbhut Karmana. He was doing something very Adbhut. Adbhut means, what is Adbhut? Something very extraordinary. Karmana means doing some extraordinary activity. What was he doing? Sitting inside the heart of Yudhishthira Maharaj. From outside he was trying to convince Yudhishthira Maharaj. From inside, as Paramatma, he was not allowing Yudhishthira Maharaj to accept what he was himself saying. Vyasadeva was speaking to him. Vyasadeva was speaking to Yudhishthira Maharaj, and Krishna inside the heart of Yudhishthira Maharaj, they are saying, hey, isko baat nahi manne ka. Don't hear him. Don't accept it. Don't accept him. So everyone was trying to convince Yudhishthira Maharaj, and Krishna in the heart was doing something really adbhut. Why?
He wanted to give credit to someone else.
Because there was a personality who lived for 400 years, who never lost a battle, who knew dharma very nicely. And people in the world were having some misconceptions about that personality. The Lord wanted that before that personality departs, the world should know about his glories. And that's why this whole episode was done. And then Krishna said, my dear Yudhishthira, how about we go and understand your duties from Pitamaha Bhīṣma. How about that? If we go and understand about your duties, about your roles, responsibilities from Pitamaha Bhīṣmadeva, how is it? Will you accept him? He immediately said, yes. If Pitamaha Bhīṣma tells me that I should accept the kingdom, I will accept the kingdom. If Pitamaha Bhīṣma says that whatever has happened is right, I will be very happy. And then he said, okay, let us all go to Kurukṣetra. Where was Pitamaha Bhīṣma? Pitamaha Bhīṣma was lying on the bed of arrows. Where? In the Kurukṣetra. Where were these all people? They were in Hastinapur. Hastinapur is where? Hastinapur is near Meerut. Where is Kurukṣetra? Haryana. Kurukṣetra is?
Delhi है.
Kurukṣetra बहुत आगे है. So then, all of them they started for where? They started for Kurukṣetra. Who was driving? Again, Krishna drove the chariot of Arjuna. Because Pitamaha Bhīṣma wanted to see that. He was desiring, he was lying on the bed of arrows and he was aspiring for darshan of the Lord. And he was also aspiring to see again what? That Krishna is driving the chariot of Arjuna. So Lord understood his heart. And everybody, all of them, Vyasadeva and all the rishis and everybody, they started walking towards Kurukṣetra. And Lord Krishna was driving the chariot. The news of this episode, the news that Pitamaha Bhīṣma is going to discuss things with Yudhishthira Maharaj about dharma, that news spread everywhere in the world. If you have to communicate right now to someone staying in India, what will you do? What communication will you use? WhatsApp call or right? WhatsApp call, Zoom call, everything, right? Those time the technology was much superior. The decision was made in Hastinapur that they will all go to Kurukṣetra, right? And that news till Yudhishthira Maharaj reached Kurukṣetra, all the great rishis, all the great personalities from all across the globe, they came there. How did the news reach there? They had faster broadcasting services. WhatsApp has a broadcast services, right? They're having fast. They just to communicate through mind. You'll be surprised, but there is an explanation in Bhāgavatam that when Parikshit Maharaj was ruling the kingdom, all the great personalities in the world, they knew what was going on in the mind of Parikshit Maharaj. They were so powerful personalities, they could know what was going in the mind of the king. So they all knew what was in the mind of Yudhishthira Maharaj, what was going on. They all were keeping a trap. They all have subscribed to Yudhishthira Maharaj. That was how the technology was advanced. आजकल का टेक्नोलॉजी कुछ नहीं है. We might think, AI. अरे AI का बाप था उस समय. What was an AI? Is nothing. Our rishis and saintly people are much more powerful. This is beyond the perception of today's world. Getting to know what's in the mind of a king. Everybody used to know. It's so Yudhishthira Maharaj, they knew Yudhishthira Maharaj is on his way to meet Pitamaha Bhīṣma at Kurukṣetra. So all the great personalities from all across the globe, they descended there. This Yudhishthira Maharaj reaching there and all these great personalities coming there. There is a big list of personalities who came there from all across the planet. And when when they all came, they all greeted Pitama Bhīṣma. Pitama Bhīṣma was on the bed of arrows. He was in pain. In one way he was in pain. But when he saw Krishna, Krishna took away all his pain. Because he had to give a Bhagavatam class now. Right? So whatever little pain he had, Krishna took it away. The name of Lord Krishna is Hari. What is his name? Hari. Hari means Sarva Amangal Hare. Prem Diya Hare Man. Means Lord Hari takes away all the inauspiciousness from your life. If you somehow or other offer pranams to the Lord, chant his holy name, hear about him, right? How is Lord Hari? Lord Hari is Sarva Amangal Hare. All the inauspiciousness from your life will go away. And then what will happen? He will also steal your mind. He will steal your mind. Krishna is very powerful. Very powerful. Vaisa, he is not available so easily. But if he steals your mind, then you are gone. You cannot do anything in the world. Your mind is told by Krishna? No? What are you doing here then? You don't know also, you have stolen your mind, Baba. So Krishna is like that. So Krishna went and when he gave darshan, he took away all the pain, and Pitama Bhīṣma felt as if he was on the bed of flowers. And at that time, everybody, Yudhishthira Maharaj went and offered pranams to Pitama Bhīṣma. Everyone, all the rishis who came there, Pandavas came, everybody, they went and offered pranams. Even Lord Krishna went and touched Pitama Bhīṣma's feet. Lord Krishna used to touch the feet of Yudhishthira Maharaj also. And Yudhishthira Maharaj used to bless him. Dwarka mein viraste raho. Means he was a younger brother. So as an elder, Yudhishthira Maharaj elder brother, so he used to go and touch his feet and he used to give Ashirvad. Dwarkadish, Dwarka mein viraste raho, sukhi raho, samruddha raho. So that was the affectionate dealings. In the Rajasuya Yagya, Lord Krishna used to take care of the chappals. You know, when all the rishis came there in Rajasuya sacrifice and all these big personalities came there, who was in charge of the chappals? Krishna. Who was in charge of serving them? Prasadam distribution? Krishna himself. He was managing. He was personally lifting the notes le rahi ho. He was personally taking all the leftovers from the sadhus. Krishna was doing that. And all the sages, when they used to see that, they used to, he said that this was, but Krishna used to feel pleasure by that, by serving the devotees. And the devotees used to allow him. Lord's desire. So Lord Krishna also touched the lotus feet of Pitama Bhīṣma. And that time everybody sat. Just everybody sat around Pitama. Imagine, just go to Kurukṣetra. Go, take your mind to Kurukṣetra. Pitama Bhīṣma is lying on the bed of arrows. Go to Kurukṣetra, don't stay here. Go to Kurukṣetra, take your mind to Kurukṣetra. Just see all the great personalities have assembled there. Yudhishthira Maharaj, all the Pandavas, Vedavyas, Dharma, Lord Krishna, everybody is sitting there. And Pitama Bhīṣma is crying. Pitama Bhīṣma is crying seeing the Pandavas. Pitama Bhīṣma is remembering Kunti. Kunti, she went through a lot of troubles in her life. Lot of pains. It is not easy being a mother of 5, single mother, being a single mother is not easy. Being a single mother of 5 children, it is not easy. Is it easy, Yogamaya Mataji? Is it easy to become single mother? Kunti Mataji, you should take inspiration from. She was the mother of 5 children. 5 children she used to take care, and that too she had to protect them from the royal family. 24 hours there are plans being made by Duryodhan, by Dhritarashtra Maharaj to kill Pandavas. She went through a lot of problems. Kunti Devi, she went through a lot of problems in her life. When Bhīṣma, he was small, he was being given some poison and then he was thrown in the river. Fortunately, he ended up in Nagaloka, and there all the snakes, they bit him, and he was freed from the poison, and then they found out who is he, and they all welcomed son of Kunti. Why these personalities are very famous? Because they were devotees of the Lord. They were powerful personalities. If you are practicing Krishna consciousness, people might not know you, but all the devotees know you. All the devotees, they know you, they respect you because you are practicing spiritual life. You are devotee of the Lord. Yes, I am not joking. Seriously, I am saying. Indra and all the devotees, Brahma, Lord Shiva and everybody, they appreciate you, they respect you because you have taken to Krishna consciousness. Devotees who have unflinching faith in the Lord, they will never be troubled by grahas and nakshatras. They will never be troubled. Howsoever bad your graha and nakshatra may be, whichever astrologer is saying, I am challenging that. If a person is depending on the Lord's mercy completely, then all this graha nakshatra, they will serve that devotee. They don't have potency to trouble. They can trouble ordinary people, but they don't have potency, they don't have strength to interfere in the life of the devotee. Because the life of a devotee is directly maintained and managed by Krishna himself. So all these graha nakshatras and all, devatas and all, they have no power. They are powerless. A devotee of the Lord is very, very powerful. Very powerful. Very powerful, Baba. Kunti Maharani, she went through so much troubles while raising these children. And imagine you have to stay in a house where everybody is against you. This is your own house, right? But imagine you have to stay in a house where there are constant plans to kill you. And that too there is no caretaker. Kunti Maharani was on her own with the 5 children. There was no caretaker. Yes, Pitama Bhīṣma was there, Vidurji was there, but still, you can't mess with the king. The king was Dhritarashtra Maharaj, and he created several troubles to kill Pandavas by several means. There was no opportunity which was given away by Dhritarashtra Maharaj and Duryodhana. They created Lakshagraha, right? They somehow they escaped that. They were sent to exile, forest from their own kingdom. So many pains. So Pitama Bhīṣma was remembering all this, and he said something to Pandavas, and especially Yudhishthira Maharaj, that do not think that all this is because of your prarabdha karma. This is all the problems which you have gone through, this is all because of the time. I could have taken shloka by shloka, verse by verse, but we have less time. That's why I'm
Question? No?
last. No questions in the middle. we'll stop at 8:30, and we'll continue this discussion tomorrow. It's okay, better करो, कुछ मत करो. I don't like people getting up in the class. Just कुछ नहीं होने वाला. Okay. So Pitama Bhīṣma was, he was telling everybody that so many problems you have gone through, but this is all because of the time personified. And he's trying to say to Yudhishthira Maharaj that this time is the desire of Lord Krishna. What is time? Samay kya hai? What is this samay? When we say samay, time is very powerful. What is this time? This time is the desire of the Supreme Lord Krishna. And Pitama Bhīṣma is saying to Yudhishthira Maharaj, Eshavai Bhagavan Sakshat Adya Narayana Puman. This Krishna whom you think as your messenger, this Krishna whom you think as your friend, this Krishna whom you think as a chariot driver, this Krishna whom you think is your brother. Who is this Krishna? He is Eshavai Bhagavan Sakshat. He is Sakshat Bhagavan. Adya Narayana Puman. He is Narayan, Sakshat Narayan. And he is telling Yudhishthira Maharaj, whatever he is saying, accept it. Because whatever he is saying is dharma. Whatever he says to do is dharma. Whatever he says not to do is adharma. Yudhishthira, accept whatever is. If Krishna is saying that you should accept the kingdom, you should go ahead and accept the kingdom. That's what he's saying. Because Krishna is the supreme personality of Godhead. Eshavai Bhagavan Sakshat. Do not consider Krishna as your chariot driver. He is doing that out of love. If you are sending him as a peace messenger, he is doing that out of love for you. If you are considering himself as, you have a very good bonding between all of you have very good bonding. He is participating in your Rajasya Yajna, he is lifting taking care of the chappals, shoes of the people coming there, he is lifting so all these things he is doing for you because he loves you and you love him. But now in this moment you are not accepting his instructions. That is not appropriate because everything is happening as per his will. The time is, what is time? Yudhishthira Maharaj, it is his desire is time. And he wants you to accept the kingdom, so go and accept the kingdom. So Yudhishthira Maharaj then got convinced there. And then he sat down very peacefully. Now once he accepted that, okay, I'll become king. I'll accept. Now he wanted guidance. So Pitama Bhīṣma spoke on Dan Dharma, Moksha Dharma, Strī Dharman, Bhagavat Dharman. He spoke on Raja Dharman, how to become a king, different kinds of dharmas he spoke on. There is a very elaborate discussion in the Mahābhārata. These days, there are so many MBA degrees are available, and in that so many concocted things are there. The westernized Western world's concocted things, the concocted way they are teaching us. To be very honest with you, if someone reads Arthashastra, someone reads Mahābhārata, someone reads Śrīmad Bhāgavatam, we are in a process of compiling a master's program for an international university based on MBA program, based on Arthashastra, based on Śrīmad Bhāgavatam, and based on Mahābhārata. If Lord wills, it will be coming out. But there is a lot. All the management skills and everything are much more nicely explained in our literature. There was a company called as Landmark. I don't know how many of you know, who teaches on a lot of things. This Landmark company educates people. It charges big amount of money. I attended one of their course. I paid huge amount of money. And then at the end of the class, I was having it's an online course I caught the course, said this is coming from our scriptures. I told him very boldly. I stopped him in the middle. I said, what are you, because morning 10 o'clock to the evening 11 o'clock I was attending that session. And at the end, what those guys are telling me is from our scriptures. So I said, you're taking money from us. Okay? You're taking money from us, taking our knowledge, packaging it in your name, and just selling it back to us. There is nothing, I'm not against the Western culture or Indian culture, but I'm trying to say that everything is in the scriptures. So that company is taking everything from the scriptures, rebranding it, and telling that this is our thing, something new, and giving it back to us. And he accepted that, yes, everything is coming from the scriptures. They said that their founder is in US, and their founder visited. He spent good amount of time in India learning scriptures from somewhere, and then he went and started this company Landmark. This is how it is going on. Everything is in our scriptures. And we are far, far away from our own scriptures.
Unfortunate. Yeah.
So that unfortunate should turn into fortune by studying it. Make sure everybody gets scriptures, Bhagavad Gita and Śrīmad Bhāgavatam. Each one of it's your responsibility. Okay? Let them study. Let us study. We should study scriptures, Baba. We should study our own things. Otherwise, we are anyways taking education from different places, and we are studying the same thing, but in their own concocted way. Why not study it from the original source? It is a responsibility of each one of us to take this message of studying it nicely and broadcasting it. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu has said, what he said? You know what he said, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu? Bharat bhumile manusya janma jar, janma sarthak kari karo paropkar. Those who are born in the Bharat Bhumi, especially those who are, they should study scriptures. Janma sarthak kari. Janma sarthak. How will Janma become sarthak? How will our birth become sarthak? Are we just born for working from 9 to 5? Is this our life? We are just born to go to school, then to primary school, secondary school, college, then job, work from 9 to 5, have children, then see them growing, struggle, work hard, days are passing, nights are passing. Our life is not meant for that. Then one find Hare Krishna, bye bye, out, death. We die. We get old and we die, and then what? Again we take birth somewhere else. Maybe in Pakistan. Maybe in Afghanistan. Because we are not appreciating. If we do not appreciate the human form of life now, then we might have to born somewhere else. We might be born in some other species, in some other room, in 84 lakh species. Who knows? So we have to fully utilize this human opportunity which we have in front of us. We have to understand Krishna in this life. Krishna says, Janma karma chame divyam. understand my birth, my activities, what will happen? Janma karma chame divyam evam yo veti takrita tyaktva deham punarjanma naiti mahamita swarjuna. Krishna is saying there is no rebirth. You will not take birth again. But we all want to take birth. We want to just transmigrate from one body to another. It's a fun, right? Going from one mall to another mall. Human form of life is like this. So, self-analyze. Self-analyze. What am I doing? What am I doing? I'm living a life of like an animal. Like what animals do, we do the same, Baba. Eating, mating, sleeping and defending. We do the same, animals do the same thing. We have human form of life. We have higher intelligence. Aren't we?
Yes.
We are higher intelligence? Right?
Yes.
Higher intelligence or higher consciousness?
Everything. Everything is higher in human form of life. Right? So we need to understand that using that higher intelligence, we should try to know the highest subject matter. The most confident subject matter is to know Krishna and serve Him with this body, mind and action. That is the perfection of life. And it doesn't matter wherever you are, you can do that. Whichever body you are in, doesn't matter. You can, whichever you are in, Russian body, US body, whichever body you are in, whichever country you are in, doesn't matter. Whichever situation you are in. Ajamil was on the deathbed and he became Krishna conscious. Prahlad Maharaj was in the womb of his mother, he became Krishna conscious. Dhruv Maharaj when he was 6 years old, he became Krishna conscious. Khatwang Maharaj, he had only 15 minutes left in his life, he became Krishna conscious, perfected his life. So the time when you understand about Krishna consciousness, about the science of Sanatana Dharma, we should accept it and start practicing it seriously. And try to get out of this entanglement of birth, death, old age and disease. What is our life? Birth, death, right? We take birth and we die. What is in between? Old age and disease. There are so many diseases in our body. We take tablets all the time. Ye injection, wo injection, this, that, you know. So this is life. Birth, death, old age and disease is our life, Baba. So you have to use this opportunity. Okay? We'll continue tomorrow. Hare Krishna. Any questions?
He answered.
What was the question, man?
What does it mean? Like